Also, it might be worthy of mentioning that the United Center tickets for the Sky versus the Fever game went on sale this morning, and they sold out within a minute.
121,000 tickets sold out in just 60 seconds. Not for a Taylor Swift concert or the NBA Finals, but for Caitlin Clark's 2025 WNBA debut against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. At first glance, it seems like another sold-out event, but here's what most people are missing. The Sky had to switch from their usual arena to the much larger United Center just to meet the overwhelming demand driven by Clark. On the other hand, Reese's supporters are calling it her moment, but the statistics paint a very different picture.
So the Indiana Fever are facing the Chicago Sky, and they are playing, obviously, in the United Center. There are 20,000 seats.
Did you catch what just happened in Chicago? The entire sports world is in shock. The matchup between the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever at the United Center completely sold out. 21,000 tickets vanished in only 60 seconds. This isn't just unusual for the WNBA, it marks a groundbreaking moment for women's basketball as a whole.
The Sky Fever tickets went on sale at 11 a.m. today for the United Center. This is the game that was changed into the 23,000 people arena, which I think is only 21,500 for games and 23,000 for concerts, but it sold out like that.
The Chicago Sky just made a major move. They announced they're shifting their home game against the Indiana Fever to the United Center, the same arena where Michael Jordan made history. It's more than twice the size of their usual spot at Wintrust Arena. Right after the news dropped, Sky fans flooded social media, bragging that the upgrade was all thanks to Angel Reese's star power. They claimed she was the main attraction and the reason for needing a bigger stage.
It is going to be one of the most biggest attended WNBA games of all time. I don't know if it's going to be more or less attended, because I think it was 20,000 and something in the Mystics' last game of last season, where in fairness, Caitlin Clark played, 15 minutes of that game or something?
But then reality landed like a game-winning buzzer beater. The moment tickets went live at 11 a.m., the unimaginable unfolded. By 11:01, not a single seat remained. The ticketing website kept crashing under the massive surge of traffic. This wasn't just a quick sellout. It was a full-blown digital frenzy.
But this game being in the United Center, if you guys did not see, tickets sold out. And tickets sold out in 5 minutes. They sold out in 5 minutes. The United Center sold out in a minute. Sorry, not in a minute, 5 minutes. A minute.
Here's what really puts things into perspective. The Chicago Sky typically struggle to fill their regular 10,000-seat arena during normal games. Seeing rows of empty seats is nothing new. But the moment a particular rookie from Iowa appears on the schedule, they suddenly have to more than double the venue size to accommodate the crowd.
A minute, the time it takes to tie a shoelace, pour a cup of coffee, or check a text. That's all the time the Chicago Sky needed to sell out 20,000 tickets for their highly anticipated matchup against the Indiana Fever. And let's not kid ourselves, the reason is as clear as day, Caitlin Clark.
Last season's stats speak volumes. Attendance for Sky games spiked by a massive 157%, specifically when they played the Fever. Not during matchups with the Aces, not with the Liberty, only with the Fever. That's not random. That's the unmistakable impact of Caitlin Clark.
When Clark went to the WNBA, the average attendance was 6,109. And then during her rookie year, the average attendance was 15,746, which is a 157.7% increase.
That's not just rare, it's unprecedented. No other game in WNBA history has ever sold out this quickly. Not even close. This one-minute ticket frenzy is in a league of its own.
It literally sold out in less than a minute. In less than a minute. And I'm not somebody that, again, wanted to go to this game, but it's still crazy.
This isn't some fluke or temporary hype. Every time Caitlin Clark is set to play, ticket sales explode. The website crashes weren't technical errors. They were the online equivalent of a stampede, with thousands of fans, all trying to squeeze through a single doorway at once.
Tickets. Seats kept disappearing. They started $200. Back in 2007, you get season tickets for that price. You can go get season tickets probably a year ago for that price in some teams.
The difference is crystal clear. At typical Sky home games without Clark, the arena is so quiet you can practically hear your own footsteps. But the moment she's announced to be in town, boom! 21,000 tickets vanish quicker than you can say, Rookie of the Year.
They didn't release all of the tickets, and a few moments later, more tickets were released. There's no doubt that this game is going to sell out. It is like the hot ticket of the season. And incidentally, it is going to break the record for the biggest crowd of a WNBA season.
The empty seats when Clark's not playing tell the whole story. But Angel Reese's fans aren't ready to accept it. Social media has become almost laughable. As soon as those tickets sold out, Reese supporters launched a full-scale propaganda campaign. Twitter threads, Instagram stories, TikToks, anything to promote the idea that she's the true cause of the ticket madness.
But they're there to watch. It's going to be all Fever fans again, by the way. Now, people do not realize, there are some Chicago Sky fans. There really are. But as you guys can tell, not every Chicago Sky game will sell out this year, even in their 10,000-seater stadium.
Interview 21. You can almost track the evolution of their messaging in real time. First phase, those aren't real WNBA fans. Second phase, well, we need to capitalize on this opportunity. And now we've reached the third phase. Please, please, please come to our games. The desperation is undeniable and, honestly, a bit embarrassing.
I mean, I'll give Caitlin Clark fans some real credit. They stay on target. Luke Skywalker style. Seriously. But Renee hates the fans that you moved this game for because, quote, they're not like us. So she won't keep them from buying tickets. Oh, she's a POS.
What's especially revealing is how these teams are essentially surrendering their home court advantage when the Fever come to town. They know exactly what to expect. Arenas packed with Indiana fans in Fever jerseys, all there to cheer for Caitlin Clark. But they're okay with losing that edge, because at the end of the day, money speaks louder than anything else.
Don't want to acknowledge the singular impact Clark is having on the WNBA growth to a level that is often somewhere between disrespectful and delusional. But when it comes to time to bring in that money, suddenly these same folks want all the Caitlin Clark fans to spend that bread.
Have you noticed the bigger irony here? The WNBA has spent years pushing to grow women's basketball, asking for more attention, more viewers, more ticket sales. And now that someone is actually delivering all of that, what's the response? Instead of celebrating Caitlin Clark's impact, many in the league seem resentful, while still cashing in on everything she's bringing to the table.
The entire WNBA outside of the Indiana Fever are literally fighting their own growth. Has anybody ever seen this before? I mean, the league is literally, have you noticed, let's be honest, have you noticed how little the WNBA actually puts out Caitlin Clark content on their social media platforms?
This is the perfect example of wanting to have your cake and eat it too. They crave the packed arenas, the media attention, and the revenue that Caitlin Clark brings. But they don't want to admit why it's happening. Instead of acknowledging the undeniable impact of one game-changing player, they'd rather spin it as league-wide growth.